Dude, you have to say smash the like button.
Ah. And smash the like button like Brad always says.
What's up, everybody? My name is Brad.
I'm Sean.
I am in Nashville, Tennessee tonight. I've got all my gear behind me, all my heroes, my villains, my baby Yoda, my COVID. Back there, he's all sad. Where you at?
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm in the middle of moving, so I am in my guest room. It's a mess, but I do have Baby Yoda behind me, and then Carlos the bear as well. December 31st that we're filming this. So this will come out soon, and we are talking about our favorite movies / TV shows of 2020. This one's going to be interesting.
Number 8. I have... oh boy. Tiger King. What a freak show. I had to have this on my list because when I think back about 2020, I will mainly remember the beginning of quarantine, whatever you want to call it, and watching Tiger King. And that's all anybody would talk about. It is a wild, freaky ride. What do you have for your number 8?
8, I have Extraction. This one came out. I was actually really excited about it, but just because I thought it looked fun. But man, this one was awesome. This is a straight action movie from beginning to end. It does not stop. They did their best with all the choreography. There's really great scenes of like one shots of action fight hall scenes. It was really cool, guys. And then number 7, I have The Hunt. This one came out earlier. It was one of those ones that snuck from theaters to streaming. They didn't know what they were doing, so they just put it out there for streaming for a small fee. This one starred Betty Gilpin as the white trash hero, and she was awesome. I've never seen her in anything before. Check this one out. I don't think Brad has seen it, but this one came out of nowhere, and it was so much fun.
Now my number 7 is Bad Boys for Life. This is one of those hurdling the low bar of expectations. Anybody who knows me knows I'm just obsessed with popcorn. I'll go see just about any movie, okay? And so I went and saw Bad Boys for Life, like at 1 in the afternoon. I just left work. I was like, guys, I'm going to a movie. It was slow. Bye. And I went and sat in a theater by myself, watched Bad Boys for Life, and I had a freaking ball. Now it's my turn to do my number 6. And for my number 6, I turned the cheat code on for this one, kind of, and it's The Last Dance. And anybody who likes sports, and even some people who didn't, were sat back and were just enthralled by this, 8-episode documentary about Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Very cool if you're into that. It's definitely was something that held my attention from beginning to end. And when it was done, unlike Tiger King, I wanted to see more. When Tiger King was done, I was like, thank goodness. But when this was done, I was like, I feel like there's still more to tell.
Number 6, I've got HBO's The Outsider. This is a Stephen King novel that was put into an HBO miniseries. It stars Ben Mendelsohn, and man, this one was good. If you know me, I like Stephen King. What can I say? But this is about a shapeshifter that is ruining people's lives, and man, Ben Mendelsohn is a great detective. Good one here, Brad. I know you didn't see it, but
yeah, I hadn't heard of that actually.
Straight into number 5, I've got Brad's favorite, Tenet. This one is John David Washington and Robert Pattinson. Now, Brad, I know that you're looking at me strange, but this was the first movie that I saw back in theaters from quarantine, and it was weird. It was hard to get, but the visuals and just everything about just watching it and the movie experience had me.
For number 5, I have Dark Season 3, the whole season. This one almost didn't make my list, but because I love the first 2 seasons so much, I have to give respect to how much I was looking forward to this show. While it didn't quite meet our expectations, I would ask myself, were my expectations too high maybe? I want to be fair to the show, and I think that history is going to be kind to Dark Season 3. I think if you sit back and watch all 3 seasons back to back to back without the long wait, it will be much better. For number 4, I have Eurovision. We did a review of this on the water. We were in the canoe, and it was a really fun review. Very different kind of review. this is one I never would have watched if Sean hadn't told me to watch it.
I kind of forced you to.
You did kind of force me to, and it ended up being so good. I man cried at the end of this movie, and this is a movie that you gotta watch. You gotta give it a shot. I'm not trying to raise people's expectations with it, but this is a good comedy that is super heartfelt. It has everything you want. The most powerful thing for me in this was the father-son story. It just reached in and grabbed my guts and just pulled them right out.
Number 4, I got one that snuck in that Brad didn't watch when he had the opportunity to watch it with me. I have Soul. This one came out on Christmas Day. This one had me in my feels, like Brad said earlier. This one it tells a story of somebody who's not in their prime anymore. They've lived their life and they get to pass on what they've learned to another person, and they knocked it out of the park. Well, number 3, I have Dark Season 3. This one, cool. It was not as good as the first 2 seasons. I'll just preface that, but it wrapped everything up in a satisfying bow. That's what I kept saying when we reviewed it. I'm going to keep saying it now. I did not have an issue with how the show ended.
For number 3, I've got a wall-to-wall showcase of manliness, action from the first scene to the end. It's Extraction. Probably this is the most fun thing on my entire list. Tiger King was fun, but it took a long time to watch. Extraction was like an hour and a half. Freaking ball. My number 2, I have The Queen's Gambit. Sean didn't watch this, even though I told him like 35 times. I don't understand why he hasn't watched it. Everybody shame Sean in the comments for not watching Queen's Gambit. Even Matt watched Queen's Gambit. Even Matt watched the Queen's Gambit. This has Anya Taylor-Joy, and this show was a joy. That's all I can say. 7 episodes. You get in, you get out. No more to come.
I mean, and I even like chess, and I haven't watched it. What the heck? All right, well, Brad,
it's because you're a loser.
All right, number 2, I have Eurovision, the story of Fire Saga. This one was completely out of left field for me. This is Will Ferrell's best movie in years. It was just a PG-13 comedy that wasn't super raunchy. You could have a really good time with it. There were some good songs, and like Brad said, there was different elements in there that just really hit you. The father-son.
There were some great songs. Get it right. There
were some great songs. This one was so good. It's going to be one that I rewatch for the rest of my life, that I'm going to tell everybody about as one of my favorite comedies. Number 1, I have The Mandalorian. Season 2 was awesome, dude. I mean, what can you say? They had one episode that was kind of like, that was okay. But the rest of the season, they nailed it. Every episode built on the lore, or on the relationship of the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, or on the fact that the Mandalorian is dealing with like battling between what he actually believes. And they brought in freaking Luke Skywalker at the end. And they didn't ruin it like another movie did. Brad, what do you got?
For my number 1 of 2020, I cannot believe it. I don't know how this happened like this. If this list would have been made 5 weeks ago, this would not have happened. But it's The Mandalorian Season 2. I basically echo everything that he said. Episodes 7 and 8, and especially, obviously, 8, really were mature, especially Episode 7. Very mature tones, and Bill Burr was very good. I hope to see Bill Burr do more in that universe. I really like his character, and he was one of the best actors on the show, I thought. Mandalorian Season 2, an absolute success in every way.
Thank you so much for watching with us today. Tell us in the comments down below what your favorite movies / TV shows of 2020 were. Were me and Brad crazy, or were we spot on with what the best of 2020 had to offer? Like and subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you next time, but only from a distance.